What's up guys, Jay Joseph here, and today we're going to be talking about the DC Hyde S. This is Evan Smith's newest pro model, and it is sick. This is the DC Hyde S. S standing for Super Suede, which is supposed to last 50% longer than your average suede. DC has held this slogan for a long time, so this must be working out. Because for them to say that it lasts 50% longer than your average suede, and they're still using it day after day, and every time I've grabbed a shoe that had super suede on it, it's lasted a lot longer. Honestly, in my opinion, it hasn't ripped really fast at all. DC is really killing it with it, and I honestly don't believe I put a hole in any of the shoes that have had super suede. Yeah, I haven't put any holes in the shoes that have super suede as of recently. The last shoe I skated with super suede on it was the Infinite S, and those still don't have no holes. Just know that super suede is worth it. This super suede goes around from the toe box through your vamp to your heel counter without the heel tab being in that suede. The heel tab's gonna be made of mesh, coming all the way back around to the toe. The only other area that's also made of mesh is the tongue, with the sweet little pull tab on the tongue. Wish the pull tab was also on the heel there too, but it looks pretty sick with it just being on the tongue. It's pretty dope. A special thing about this shoe is that for the lacing system, it has that nice like Shane O'Neill style lacing where it does that like H shape through some lace protectors. And I love that companies are finally rolling this out, because it doesn't cost that much more to do a shoe like this with their vamp to make lace protectors out of the shoe without actually having to add it as like a second thread. So the fact that companies are deciding to actually go on ahead and roll out this like lacing system that's also a part of the vamp is awesome, because I've been waiting for this for a while, so we could always protect our laces and not have to continuously buy laces or ask a homie for some laces for shoes that he may or may not have on his bag or something. So the fact that we don't have to worry about having to change out laces is a plus. This shoe does not come with a tongue centering band on the inside, but on the outside you do have this little pull tab here, or the original tongue centering band. You can lace your laces straight through that. But as you guys can see, this is a pretty fat tongue for this shoe, so you shouldn't have to worry about the tongue going from side to side if that is something that would bother you as a skater. Cool thing about this shoe that I want to talk about before I get into the sole is that it has like this red suede outlining on the blue colorway. I don't know if any of the other colorways do this, but my speculation, my thought is that when I start tearing through the suede, or when I start giving the suede some wear, that it's going to start showing red suede under it. So that's my hope. I'm really hoping that that is what happens, because if so, that would be an extremely out of nowhere plus to the shoe, because honestly, that's pretty sick. Like, imagine I'm skating this shoe, I'm doing kickflips, my kickflip area is red. It'd be kind of like those, I think they were like Jordans. I think they were Jordans that they rolled out in skateboarding, where like if you scratched it, it changed to a different color. I gotta do my research, but I'm pretty sure that's the idea with this shoe. And if that is the case, that would make these so much sicker in the look department. Let's talk about the insole real quick. I know the sole is the most special part. This insole in the shoe is just an everyday ortholite footbed for DC. It's going to take in minimal impact, but it's also going to keep the feet nice and absorb the sweat, so you won't just be sweating like crazy on your feet and it destroying your shoe. So that's a plus. And honestly, it's removable, so if you don't want to use it, which I most likely won't be doing, you could toss in your own other insoles. I prefer footprint, so that's what I'm going to toss into these guys most likely. But there is something special going on with the sole, which is the most important part about the shoe, which may actually encourage me to not have to use another insole. This sole is Impact Eye technology. This is something that DC has been using for a couple years now. As long as I've known, it's been about 4 years they've been using it. They used it in Evan Smith's first shoe. They used it in T-Funk's shoe when he was on DC. And they're using it again in Evan's shoe. So you know that this technology is working in some type of way. What this sole has with this Impact Eye technology is inverted cones on the heel as they're deeper in the heel. So then it can absorb impact by basically flexing outwards when you land towards your heel. That's supposed to help distribute how much impact comes in when you land. So then you don't cause any heel bruise to yourself. I can't imagine that will completely take away heel bruise or take away the feeling of impact. I imagine you're going to still feel impact because this is a vulcanized shoe either way. But I do know that with this inverted cone shape, it's going to help. It's going to be a lot like the auxetic design that is in the Nija's sole and whatnot. That helped out very little, but it did help. So I imagine that this is going to help out a lot more. This Impact Eye technology also helps out with control and grip on the sole. Just by having that circular shape, when you move from side to side, it's going to be a lot easier when you're just doing that slight adjustment on your grip tape. So control is going to be something that's also in the shoe. And I believe that's actually unintentional, but it works out. Otherwise, you do have your regular pill pattern going around the sole as well. And you have a standard foxing tape that doesn't have a second layer for the toe, so just be on the lookout for that. I personally believe that this is still going to last pretty long just because it's a smoother foxing tape, and it honestly feels like the cup sole foxing tape, but because this is a vulcanized shoe and I know that they have the sole separate from the upper, I would imagine that, I'd just be on the lookout for this. So that's the main thing I'm going to be testing out when it comes to this shoe, is if the flick will last. And if it does, I'm pretty sure this shoe will be rated really high on my shoe grade. Otherwise, this is the DC Hyde S. I already recommend the shoe just because of how it looks and the things that they have going on with the shoe. This is a true size fit. I wear a size 9. This is a perfect size 9 fit for me. My last shoes were a bit tighter. It still fit me, but they're a bit tighter. So it's a relief that this 9 fits like my normal everyday 9s. It makes me feel comfortable. If you guys want to grab yourself a pair of DC Hyde S's, go to DC's site or check out your local skate shop if they carry any DC products and see if they have the Hydes in store. I definitely recommend that you try the shoe on so then you get a feel what the shoe would feel like and you can automatically think about your skate style, how you would feel on your board, and assess how it feels on your foot and think about, okay, what will it feel like on the board before you even get a chance, before you even spend the money. And the only reason I recommend that is because if you can feel what the shoe feels like on your foot and you feel comfortable with that, you already take away a lot of the whole okay, I ordered this shoe online, I don't like the way it feels type thing, So I always encourage, go to your local skate shop, check out, see if they have it. If they don't carry DC, check out DC online or check out anywhere that you know of that sells DC's products and get yourself a pair of DC Hydes. That's it. If you guys like this review, definitely smash that like button. I did this DC review because I realized that a lot of you guys are loving the DC reviews that I have on my channel currently. So I wanted to make sure that I got my hands on some DC Hydes. I know they're one of the newer ones. And they're slimmer too. I know a lot of people like that slimmer look, that more simplistic look. So I wanted to go on ahead and grab another simplistic looking shoe and review it for you guys. I do have another shoe review coming up, but that shoe will not be skated until these are done. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be in these for a while. But make sure you guys stay tuned to the channel. It will be in my shoe review playlist. So if there's any shoes that you want to ask me about, definitely check that playlist first. Sometimes it will be in there. Otherwise, if it's not in that playlist, hit me up in the comments and ask me any questions that you have about any shoe, honestly, and I'll do my best to answer them. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Like I said, hit that like button if you haven't already and you enjoyed the video. Share this video around. If you aren't subscribed already, hit that subscribe button. It would mean the world to me. And you guys have a wonderful day. I'm gonna go skate these guys in the morning.
Everybody's living like the clock don't change. Being comfortable equivalent to the same old thing. I'll be damned if I am living like there's not a better day. It's my time to go and get it. Fuck what anybody say.